Alright, so, final boss ban has been finally announced for global. It's been is the video bugged? Oh no. It's been like 7 months since it released on JP, and finally, global decided to announce it. Alongside a Valentine's Day celebration, sort of? Oh no. I'm having too much lolly for a week. They really... Okay, yeah. Oh, they're already showing what's the best team. That's crazy. Yeah, Final Boss Ban and Elaine. Well, used to be considered, in my opinion, the most annoying final boss. They honestly just made it incredibly easier for global because they released the 1. If you have the 1 Escanor, let me tell you something, I soloed hell just using Escanor. Literally just Escanor. And he beat it like it was so easy. It was actually incredibly easy. So for farming, if you have the 1 Escanor, this boss is a joke. JP had it. Honestly, JP got shafted by having this boss way earlier than the 1, and having to, you know, farm it using the units that we had. The 1 just makes it so much easier. It's actually insane. But, you know, for points wise, what's the best strategy? The best strategy is actually this team right here. It hasn't changed since July 17th of 2020. You can see here, so this is, we recently had Super Boss Ban, you can see, you know, 3 weeks ago. I did it on JP, right? We recently had a rerun of Ban, and of course, you can check what was the previous, you know, previous season Super Boss highest points, and the highest points were the new Valencia that's gonna come out for global, we'll talk about in a second, SR Arthur, Valencia, SR Arthur, Lilia, and Blue Jericho. You can see I was using actually not Arthur, I was using Mono. I still managed to get a top 1%. As soon as I got the highest score I got, I just stopped really farming with this team. I started farming with the 1 just for the sake of being faster. But this super boss is a very interesting super boss, and I recommend. So I'm telling you, I recommend you do this when you're farming. Not this one. By the way, I'm dropping almost to 5% on the 1 because people found out this strategy right here that takes over 200 stamina pots to complete on attempts, and I really don't want to try. But I'm dropping like 5%. These Japanese players are wild. Oh, my friend Yod is actually in the top 8. I want to ask him how many stamina pots he used to do that. Because one of the people that did it said it took him over 200 stamina pots to do this strategy. Anyways. For Ban, you know, wait, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, when you do this, right, when you farm points and farm coins at the same time with the highest, you know, score team, do me a favor, play on auto. Trust, this score I got on auto. I don't know what it is. I know you guys don't have mono, and lots of y'all even someone for Valencia, right? But if you put like, you know, Blue Arthur, Lilia, this hero used Blue Hellbrim, and I guess it worked because he got top 3. Yeah, someone with Mono and Marmas. But try doing this boss on auto. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is, but it's just the auto can beat it so easily. Way more easily than doing it manually. I don't know why. It's just a thing that happens. Every single person that I talk to that plays JP just has seen this phenomenon happen, that their highest score comes from auto and they don't know why. So try. I'm telling you, you might, you know, think, oh, it's a waste of my stamina. I'm telling you, try. Put on auto a few times, and you'll see the magic happen. I farmed this boss entirely on auto. I did not play it. I put the 1 just for this because it was faster. I was doing Mono Valencia the 1 instead of Lilia with Jericho in the back, and it was like super fast to farm it. But yeah, this boss, the Ban, is what I would say, you know, was the most annoying boss I've released. But you know, Global's gonna have it, you know, so much better than JP did. The 1, if you have the 1. So much easier. If you don't have the 1, keep somebody for the 1, please. The 1 is just the strongest unit in the game. You want to have him. But yeah, also, of course, with this release, they are going to release 2 new characters that you might be familiar with. Valencia, Blue Valencia, and Easton. Green Easton! Global is finally having Green Easton. Let's talk about Valency first. Valency was made for Super Boss Ban. She has no value out of Super Boss Ban. 0, 0, 0, 0. She doesn't have any value outside of Super Boss Ban. So, if you are summoning for Valency, be of note, that's her only use, okay? Her passing applies effects for 2 turns on enemies who have these buff skills. Very specific. That happens on Ban, of course, that's why she has this passive. Detonate does more points for Super Boss. This is why, not Ban, this is why Arthur, oh sorry, I just woke up, I know. So I'm stumbling upon my words. This is why Arthur is actually so good for it, because he does have a Detonate card. And Detonate and I think, yeah, Detonate and Infect is like the best thing to do. I don't know, this is not Infect, this is just the Zip recovery skills, but Detonate, he has Detonate. So that makes more points for the Ban, so that's why Arthur is so good for it. But yeah, Detonate, and then this prevents ultimate gauge from failure. I think this works both in the first and second phase actually. So she's actually really good for it. But it kind of contradicts the first skill, because of course Detonate is the more orbs the enemy has, the more damage you do. If you're preventing them from getting orbs, it's kind of, you know. And of course, double damage against buffs. The boss Ban constantly has buffs. So, of course, her ultimate doing double damage against buffs is perfect. Yeah, she's 100% made for the fight, and she doesn't work anywhere else, basically. Easton, on the other hand, is a very, very fun unit. I really love this unit upon release. Right now, if she releases right now for global, you might have some success using her as a side meta unit, but generally speaking, you're gonna get crushed by good teams using the one Escanor. It's just how it is. She released very late for global, but if you want to know what she does, this is probably the main thing that I like about her, and combined with her passive, disables recovery skills and prevents ultimate gauge from filling up for 2 turns. This released when the best team in the game was Lost Vein, Blue Skinny King, and Goddess Liz. So you can see why she was so good. She disables recovery skills, so goodbye cleansing this with Blue King. Right now, cleanse is kind of irrelevant on PvP. No one uses Blue Skinny King anymore. I say no one, but you're gonna tell me, oh, 0.1% of players do use it. Shut up, okay? Prevents ultimate gauge from filling up, so no ult rushing. So it was just a perfect unit for releasing at the time. Again, released very late for global, meta-wise, but release for GP was absolutely perfect. She shut down Blue Skinny King, Goddess Liz, Lost Vein teams like it was nothing. It was so good. And her passive is that for each debuff the enemy has, she gives all allies pierce rate, crit chance, and crit damage of 5%, maximum of 40%. So you apply, you know, 2 debuffs for enemy, 6 debuffs on the enemies, that's 6 stacks of her passive. And at level 3, not only she does that, but she also attack weakens them by 20% for 3 turns! That's 3 turns that they can't gain ultimate gauge and their attack lowered. And they can't cleanse, they can't heal. So, again, at the time, healing was ginormous as a skill. Healing was in everyone's team. Everyone was using Blue Skinny King. Every single person was using Blue Skinny King. Goddess Liz, Lost Vein, it was the worst meta ever, and then Easton shut down that meta. Global, I felt like, had, you know, Green Golfer way too early. So Green Golfer really penetrated that meta just for being too good, right? And Blue Skinny King, Goddess Liz, Lost Vein was a meta team on Global, but for a way shorter period of time. On JP, that team was so annoying. I mean, of course, Global also had that team, right? I'm not saying it didn't, but where is the release of units? Since Goddess Liz had come out, until Easton, that was all people used. Where is Goddess Liz? Goddess Liz, 28th of May until Easton on 16th of July. From this point, the only team you saw in PvP was that. I feel like Green Golfer released for global, and it was a blessing because way less people used Blue Skinny King. Yeah, and a lot of people also use Red Golfer even before that. But yeah, PvP was just terrible for JP at that period of time. And then Easton, honestly, I feel like when Easton came out, that was the best period for PvP. Between Easton and the one Escanor. Honestly, Let me... No. I think, yeah, Easton released and it was very good. I think PvP was very fun. If you had Easton, you shut down those Lost Vein, Blue Skinny King, Gossless teams so bad. I think until Green Golfer released, that team was viable. I mean, Festival King really cucked her. So yeah, I guess that. And then when Green Golfer came out, was when Festival King kind of got shut down. Because then Green Golfer was way too powerful. And you could use Green Golfer on the King team, but it just wasn't that good. So, Easton was really good for a while, is what I'm trying to say. But, on Global, you're probably gonna have success using her as a very fun unit in a very fun team, but not a meta team, unfortunately. But yeah, these are the units coming out. And of course, good luck, because this Bond, if you don't have the Valency, I don't know how much you can score, honestly. I've never really seen anyone play this without Valency. Because I'm telling you at the time, Easton was such a hype character. Because she shut down the new team that everyone summoned. But I'm pretty sure that... Let me actually bring it up again. If you just switch Valency for like the one Escanor if you have him, or another good blue unit, you should be fine doing points. You might not get like top 1%, but you might get top 5%. Arthur should be your point maker. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and good luck.